ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरू श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं Shri Radha Krishna Padana Sahigana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitancha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhescha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patita Nama Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्णा everyone can see my screen okay hare krishna so welcome again to the Bhakti Sastri class today so hopefully we'll be finishing chapter 4 today let's see how we go so last week we are doing section 3 sacrifices lead to transcendental knowledge just a quick revision there 423 गत्सङ्गस्य मुक्तस्य ज्ञानावस्थितचेतसः यज्ञायाचरतः कर्म समग्रं प्रविलीयते. Who would like to go first?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Can I try?
Yes, please.
Prabhuji, in the last, it is the last shloka, second last shloka of the understanding karma on the platform of the jnana.
Yes.
So the 21 to 23 are connected. It is the stage of perfection, how to become a siddha. We were doing 23rd. In this, the qualities are given, further qualities are given for the person who have attained, have the understanding of karma on the platform of jnana. First is the gata sangasya muktasa, that one is attached from the modes of material nature. Second one is jnana avistha chestasya, fully, which is fully situated in the transcendental knowledge. And third one is yagna ayachata
Yes,
karma.
Acharataha.
Acharata
Acharan.
karma.
Acharataha.
To act for the sake of yagna. And here yagna is the Krishna. And last is the samagram praviliyate, which does not occur reactions and it merges into transcendence.
Okay. The first one is Mata Gata Sangas is not attached to the modes of nature, it is unattached.
Unattached.
Gata means chala gaya. It's gone. Sangha is his attachment is Gata, it's gone.
Okay.
So Gata Sangasya Muktasya Jnana Avasthita Chetasaha Yagyaya Acharataha Karma. So if you read in Prabhupada's Saran, it says Acharataha from Acharan. So his Acharan is Yagya. It's always doing for the sake of Krishna. So that's why Samagram. Karma Samagram. Samagram means every karma. Karma is karma. Praviliyate. It gets merged entirely. Gets burnt out. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, let's go 24. Which is the last one. Brahma Param Brahma Havir Brahmagno Brahmanautam Brahmaitim Gantapyam. Brahma Karma Samadhina. So many Brahma is there. Who would like to do this Brahma? Amrit Prabhu? Brahma.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
So we can see here that how Brahm is the main word
Yes.
amongst all of that. So Brahm is referring to the Supreme Brahman, which is Krishna himself. So this is like Prabhupada's interpretation of the Brahma. So all the activities of such a person who is unattached to the material modes of nature, when he is fully situated in transcendental knowledge. So the activities which are um, Brahma Apanam,
So
which
it's
means the
arpanam.
contribution.
Arpan means
Arpanam,
Brahma
yeah.
Arpanam. So if you break the word,
Arpanam.
Prabhu, yeah, offering.
Uh,
Arpan means
yes.
offering.
So he's offering it to the Supreme Brahman, and
Brahma
Brahma
Havir.
Agni. Brahma Agnav means in the fire of the transcendence,
Uh-huh,
that sacrifice is being offered.
uh-huh.
And Brahmeva um, Tena Gantavyam,
Sorry,
which
there are
means that
two more words, Prabhuji. So in the first
Brahm,
line, Brahma Havir. So you did Brahma Arpanam, that's correct. There's
yeah,
Brahma Havir. Havir, you
away,
can read from here. Butter,
butter, yeah,
ghee. Huh?
okay.
So we are
Uh,
offering into the transcendence. What are we offering? Ghee. That is also
Ghee,
Brahma. Agni is also Brahma. And
Bhag,
Huta is
yeah,
whatever is being offered, like the grains. Generally, we offer grains. That
yeah.
is also Brahma. Okay, next. Brahmaiva ten
So,
gatavyam.
so that person will certainly achieve the Supreme Brahman.
That's right. So if you behave like this, there are four aspects given here. Brahma Arpanam, Brahma Havir, Brahma Agna, Brahmana Hutam. If you follow these four parts, what will happen? What's the result? Brahmaiva ten gantavyam. Gantavyam means destiny. His destination will be also Brahman. And the last one, so
Brahma Karma Samadhina.
yeah,
So all his karma is situated in the
Brahman.
Samadhi.
In Samadhi in Brahma, because there
Yeah.
will be no reaction of that. So first two lines you can say is the process, second two lines are the result. Thank you, Prabhu. 425. Who would like to do? Rajesh Prabhu?
Yeah, I need to go to the other room. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry, Prabhu, I could not hear you.
Yeah, just translation, right? And
Just a translation and some main points, Prabhu.
some yogis perfectly worship the demigods by offering different sacrifices to them. And some offer sacrifices in the fire of the Supreme Brahman.
We can read the Sanskrit, Prabhu, just pretty straightforward. So, Daivam,
The
it's like
Eva
Devtas.
Pare,
Eva,
Eva,
you can read here, Prabhuji, like this.
like this.
Apare. So, apare or anne is the same thing. Some group of people, we can say, right? They do yajna to Daivam, demigods, which is true. Right? In the society, you see so many demigod worship is going on. Some Kali yajna, some Ganesh yajna, some Santoshima yajna, and all those going on, right? Yoginaha paripasate. So paripasana refer to upasana. They also studied in yoga and they are doing upasana, but they're doing upasana of whom? Yajna
Demigods.
for Daiva, like means demigods, devtas. Okay. Second line.
Brahma
Brahmagnav
Nagna
apare. So
Apare.
apare, there are some other group of people, you can say. They are doing Brahmagnav. So Brahma Agni. So Prabhupada writes absolute truth. This is Brahman. Agno is fire, Agni. Right? Just try to break the words and you will see and take help here. That's all right. Yagyam. And others are doing sacrifice in what? In the absolute. Yagye naivopajuhyati. Yagyena, sacrifice, eva, thus upajuhyati. They offer everything in Brahman. So basically, there are two types are given here. One is worshipping or doing yajna for demigods, another one is doing for Brahma, for the absolute truth. So some yogis perfectly worship the demigods by offering different sacrifices to them. Some other apare offer sacrifices in the fire of Supreme Brahman. The previous verse which you are reading, 424, that's an expansion here. How do you offer everything in Brahman? Okay, 426. Kesha Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Oh, I'm in transit at the moment, just in train.
Okay, no problem, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, would you like to try? Namrat Prabhu can do, I know. We'll come to you, Prabhuji. Let's try. Yes, Prabhu, you are on mute.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, Kshetradin
Prabhu,
Indriyana.
just you can just read the translation, Prabhuji, and just some main points.
Sure. Some the unadulterated brahmacharis sacrifice the hearing process and the sense in the fire of mental control, and others, the regulated householders, sacrifice the object of senses in the fire of senses. So, here,
Now you can read some Sanskrit words, Prabhu.
yes,
Shotra.
Shotra Indr
Sunna.
या श्रोत्र
Hearing.
आदि इंद्रिया अन्य मतलब उन इंद्रिय जो अन्य इंद्रियों को
Anya here refers to apre, like apre. Apre means some group of people. So Krishna is basically categorizing different people who do different things. So some offer sacrifices to demigods, some offer sacrifices to Brahman. Here we are talking Anya, one group of people you can say, and Prabhupada mentions in the brackets, it's not in the words, the unadulterated brahmachari. So what are they primarily doing? Shotra, the first indriya they're using is Shotra, hearing sense.
hearing process. Okay.
And the other senses. So what are they? So they're offering their hearing senses. To what? That's the second line. Sanyam Agni.
Yeah.
So Juhvati is offering. They're offering their Shotra, their hearing senses, in what? In Sanyam Agni. Agni is referred to fire, Sanyam is regulation. So brahmacharis, they have to be very, very self-controlled.
Yeah.
This ashram is like that. So they offer the first thing there. Krishna is mentioning here is Shrotra. So if you want to be a good brahmachari, the first thing Krishna is saying, lot of hearing. Prabhupada says everything starts from hearing. But for brahmachari especially, it's for everyone, not only brahmacharis. But if their hearing is very strong, they will be very, very strong.
Yeah.
If hearing is weak, then they may not be able to maintain the ashrama properly. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Next one.
Shabdadin Vishayan Anya.
Let's start from Anya first. So Anya, there is another group. So one group is this, one group is this. Apare is also same thing.
Correct.
Anya, there another group. What do? Shabdadin Vishayan. So Shabd.
Means
so they Shabd, speaking power you can say. And Prabhupada also writes, sacrifice the objects of senses in the fire of senses. Indriya Agni. So they are offering object of senses like for all the senses. So for eyes, the object of senses, some nice picture or movie or whatever. And Karn as well, offer Jihva as well, nose as well, touch sense as well. All the senses. What are they doing? Object of senses in the fire of senses. They burn into it. So basically, the point here is they only take whatever is needed for them, whatever is conducive for their spiritual life. Everything else, even if they like it. Many times we like many things, when we were young, we still like those things, but we take it out from our agenda. Anukulasya sankalpa, pratikulasya varjanam. So anything anukul, we accept. No problem with that. Anything pratikul, we give it away. So object of the senses, for all the senses, in the fire of senses. No. And this is for the regulated household. Dr. Prabhupada is writing very nice purport. Regulated householder
does not enjoy.
Okay, I'll read the householder who have some license for sense gratification perform such activity with great restraint. So they may have some license, but that's for a purpose. It's not open. So they perform license for sense, perform with great restraint, because that restraint put them higher. And that's why this ashrama is so pure, if followed properly. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. 427. Sushant Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Others who are interested in achieving self-realization through control of mind and senses offer the functions of all the senses of life breath as obligations to the fire of the controlled mind.
It's the
So
oblation. Like what
oblation
we
of
are
the
offering
fire.
oblation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Sarvandri Indriya means all the senses, basically
Yep.
all the senses. Karmani is functions,
Hmm.
and all the senses has to be linked to the process of linked to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you have to restrain your senses as well. The samyam. Do you restrain your senses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we read just this word, Prabhuji, so Sarva Indriyani, which you said correctly, all Indriyas, Karmani, Prapada is function. So with all the Indriyas, you're doing some karma, right? Eyes are also doing karma, ears are also doing karma, speaking is also, we're doing some karma. So Prana Karmani, so what does prana mean? So there are
Like
5 types of Vayu, if you remember, airs in our body. So one of the important ones is called Prana Vayu. Others are Udan Vayu, Apan Vayu, Saman Vayu. So all the different Vayus are doing different functions. So Prana Karmani Chapare. So one, others, which is Apare, Apare Anye, same thing. Others who are interested in achieving self-realization through the control of mind and senses offer the functions of all senses and of life breath. Basically, they offer their life itself. Prana is life. So prana karmani chapre. So basically, they offer everything. How they offer everything? Atma sanyam. So this sanyam word is used multiple times. What does sanyam mean? Regulated. Sense gratification, I guess. Yeah? So Sayam is restraining. So Atma Sayam. So we restrain ourselves. Yoga Agno. How do you restrain ourselves? And we offer this in Agni of Yoga because we are situated in Yoga with Krishna. So we restrain ourselves. And we offer everything, whatever may be very much agitating, tempting to our mind, but we offer everything. Juhvati offering Jnana Deepate in the Deepa of Jnana. Through the Jnana, we solidify our intelligence and we offer Sarvanindriya Karmani, Prana Karmani Chapre. So karma of all the functions of all the indriyas, including prana. That means give sarvasva, give up everything for the higher sake, for the sake of yoga. 428. This is nice. Very easy one. Sarupani Kalindi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mata.
4.28. Having accepted strict vows, some become enlightened by sacrificing their possessions, and other by performing swear austerities, by practicing the yoga of eightfold mysticism, or by studying the Vedas to advance in transcendental knowledge. Like we discussed, here like different type of yagyas are mentioned. Dravya yagya, tapo yagya, yog yagya, and swadhyaya yagya, gyan yagya. So like here is matter yog yagya tatha pare. Again, that pare word is like coming in every verse. Like some or others are doing these 4 different type of yagya, in which dravya yagya is like related to money. Like some are building dharmshalas and like giving away their money, dan punya जो हम कहते हैं. And second is tapo yagya, जो हम व्रत रख रहे हैं, like दामोदर मास, चातुर्मास. देन इज योग यज्ञ, जो मतलब जैसे जो मुझे समझ आया था, लाइक प्राणायाम कर रहे हैं जो
That's correct.
वे स्वाध्याय ज्ञान यज्ञ, जो हम ये स्क्रिप्चर्स पढ़ रहे हैं, भगवद गीता, भागवतम, these 4 kind of yajna. And the last line it mentions yat yah samshit vrata. It means like enlightened persons take to strict vows, like and follow these. But the main thing Prabhupada ji is mentioning here is these to attain Krishna bhakti, we don't need to do all these things. We have to just do one thing, that is pleasing Hari Guru Vaishnav, doing everything for the pleasure of Krishna and our spiritual masters and devotees.
Very nice, Mata. Very nicely explained each word. Yeah, so there are different types of yajna, which apare, some people do. So Krishna is describing different types of yajnas which different people perform. Thank you, Mata. And good conclusion. Okay, 429. Apane Jyoti Prana Prana Prana. We'll leave that one. Let's go to, because today's discussion is good. Okay, we'll do quickly 4:30. Quick one. Giriraj Prabhu, very quick. What are the benefits here?
All these performers who know the meaning of sacrifice become cleansed of sinful reaction, and having tasted the nectar of the results of sacrifices, they advance toward the supreme eternal atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So the first word it's Svarvayapi, all
Sarve api, sarve, all of them.
Sarve,
Api, bhi,
all
ete,
go, yeah.
who follows, what they follow. Yagya vido. Vido means
The
to know. Veda, vido, all this is to know.
To know.
What do they know? Yagya vido.
Yagna,
They
yagna.
know the art of sacrifice.
Sacrifices.
Yagya shapit kalmashaha. So kalmash refers to
Kalmash,
kali kalmalanashanam.
sinful reaction.
Yeah, so kalmash, gandgi, all the contaminations which we all have. Shapit, through the power of yagya shapit, the kalmasha goes away. Shapit matlab khatam ho jate hain. They all go away. So what's the benefit of doing yagya? The first benefit.
That your impurities will go away.
Hari bol, thank you. So if we follow the principle of yagya, it's not just the Agni, which you are saying. We follow the principle of yagya, the impurities will go. That's why tapasya is considered very, very important in Vedic culture. In modern culture, is tapasya important, Preeti Mata? Modern culture, tapasya is important? She's surprised. Mataji, my question is, in modern culture, what's the place of tapasya, austerity? You are on mute, Mata.
It's meditation, Prabhu.
Okay, sorry, maybe the question was not clear. In modern culture, what's the significance of tapasya, austerity? Salan Prabhu, you say. You're saying anyway. Come on.
I'm just guessing, Prabhu.
No, no guess. It's a very simple answer.
Maybe to get material benefits.
No, you're not getting the question, Prabhuji. In modern culture, what's the significance of tapasya? How much modern culture relies on tapasya?
Not much.
Zero.
Non-existent.
Non-existent. There is no such thing called tapasya. Everyone is trying to enjoy their senses, from kids to teenagers to young people to old people. What are they doing basically? Just trying to enjoy the life. Kids have to enjoy, teenagers have to enjoy. Anywhere tapasya comes, they start suing each other. There's no such thing called tapasya. No institutes currently, in my knowledge at least, teaching tapasya. But Vedic culture was based on tapasya. Unless you do tapasya, you will not attain anything. With tapasya, you get power. Even Hiranyakashipu, Ravana did tapasya. Not for wrong purpose, but they did very, very severe tapasya. Brahmaji said to Hiranyakashipu, the tapasya you have performed, no one has ever performed. And Brahmaji's sons were also there. Marichi and Kashyap, everyone was there. It's written in Bhagavatam. But what he's saying, the tapasya Hiranyakashipu you have performed, no one has ever performed. Now the purpose was different, that we're not talking there, but tapasya se bal milta hai. You get strength by tapasya. And by bhog, Ram Santosh, what you get by bhog, by sense gratification? You get bala or nirbala. You get strength or no strength.
With bhog, you get raw, Prabhu.
Hari bol. So Ram Santosh Prabhu, what do you want to say here? Is Anand Krishna Prabhu right, or he's just old generation?
I think he's correct.
He's correct? Okay, please explain in your language. So with tapasya, what happens? And without tapasya, what happens?
So I think with tapasya, you obviously get stronger, you get more austere. You can like control your senses more easily.
Yes. So in material, forget spiritual part, even materially, tapasya or discipline brings us forward. All the sports stars which we see, all the cinema stars, whatever, male, female, they do actually lot of tapasya. So there's no spirituality there. But just to achieve some material gains, they do so much tapasya. I've heard in an interview many years ago, 20, 30 years ago, one very famous film star in India, he was saying for 18 years, he was just surviving on maybe 2 to 3 cucumbers a day for 18 years. Just because he was such a big celebrity in India in film industry. But he said after 18 years, I thought, what's the life about? So we see on the screen, oh, such a big person, so rich and so famous and all that. But how much tapasya they do? Many females, they eat very little every day because they have to maintain their figure. All the sports stars, they work so hard. One of the sports star, I can't remember the name. I'm very weak with the name. Anyway, he was a runner, athlete. So he won a race which he broke the world record, I think, in 18 seconds. To win that race in 18 seconds, he had done 18,000 hours of work behind the scene. So once he has completed 18,000 hours of work, then he could win a race in 18 seconds. How much tapasya? And once they leave the body, what happens? And one of the runners, it's in South Africa, so it's a real story, I'm not making it up. Later on, she got this gold medal and all that, a young athlete in South Africa somewhere. But she was so poor, she could not get a job later on. And then she was sort of contemplating on itself. Government gave me this gold medal, but what's the use of this? I still can't find a job. So much tapasya people do to get some gain and forget about afterlife. Even within this life, they get into trouble. If you get too famous, you get a phone call. Give me 3 khoka. You understand khoka? Everyone understand khoka? They're smiling. In Nepal, I don't know, Rajesh Prabhu, what you call it. In India, we call it khoka.
Crore, I guess.
Crore. You're a Shuddha person. You're a pure person. Sanjay Vyas Prabhu understand khoka. So in India, we call it khoka. Just because you are popular. And this celebrity, and I'm sure you all know that, because he said, I will not give you khoka, they shot him. Like they gave, I don't know, 23 bullets in his body within a month, just to establish the fear within film industry. Very famous personality. Anyway, so the point which I'm trying to make, people do so much tapasya. But when it comes to Krishna, we're trying to avoid the tapasya. When doctor tells us we can fast for many days, but when Ram Navami comes, Gaur Purnima comes, we say, so when is the moonrise? When the dusk is coming, when is the next day fast breaking time, Prabhuji? It becomes difficult. I know it's difficult for me as well. I'm also same. The point is, for a higher purpose, if we do tapasya, the results are unlimited. Eternal results we get, if our mood is correct. But for little tapasyas, we burn so much. Keshav Maharaj was saying in one of the classes, people who complain that I can't advance in spiritual life, he said, they say, Maharaj is saying, I don't have determination. But Maharaj said, you all have determination. You have come to Western country, you have got your PR and all that, you got a job, you got your house, you've been looking after your kids, you have done so much. Even if you do just 10% of that tapasya, how much? Maharaj is saying, I'm not saying, 10% of that tapasya, you can advance in spiritual life so much. Just 10% of that tapasya. But because we see many gross results immediately in material life, we are ready to do that tapasya because we'll get some money, some fame, or something else. But when it comes to spiritual life, we all start, Sach mein hai kya? Is it really there? Who's saying that, huh? So we become little relaxed. But by reading Shastra, our intelligence become purified. And then we understand the value of spiritual tapasya versus material tapasya. And then slowly we start leaning towards spiritual tapasya because that tapasya worth it. Guru Maharaj said once, I've lost faith in matter. Anything material, I've lost faith. I've lost faith. But if you ask me, I still have lots of hopes. It says Hiranyakashipu failed in his hopes. Ravan failed in his hopes. Hitler failed in his hope. And we still have hope. Anyone else have hope with me? I'm the only one. We still have some hopes. हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. In material world, कभी कामयाब नहीं होंगे. मृत्यु सर्वहरश्च हम. Mrityu will come, it will take everything away, all our dreams, all our property, possession, name, fame, followings, 15 million followers, everything will be taken away. So we should have more faith in spiritual rather than material. And slowly material faith should come down to zero. No faith. Just do for the sake of doing whatever needed for the body and soul to maintain. But after that, no faith. In spiritual, we have faith because that is Sanatanam. That is eternal bank balance. We never lose that. Okay, 31. This is a very nice verse. This is what actually we just discussed. Who wants to do that? We have Anju Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Prabhu.
Mataji.
Nayam lokosti ayajnasya kutonya kuru sattama. O best of the Kuru dynasty, without sacrifice one can never live happily on this planet or in this life. What then of the next? So in this purport, he's trying to say that we cannot actually achieve anything without sacrificing, even in the material life. Like for the job, we have to surrender to someone. We have to be under someone's control, or we have to listen to someone decision or something. Like we have to be under someone, no matter like what job we do, there will always be someone who will be above us and then who will be controlling our actions, despite whether we want to do it or whether we don't want to do it. So he's trying to just focus on this point that we have to sacrifice anyway. So yeah, in next life as well, we have to do so. That's why we have to put focus on spiritual life.
Thank you, Mata. Very nice. I'll just take these words here. So, na I am loco. So na I am refers to this one, loco. In this loka where we are living right now, whatever our life is, na you will not achieve. Ayagyasa, who will not achieve? Who is doing ayagya? Ayagya means not following the sacrifice. As Mataji nicely said, anywhere you are, there will be someone above you, someone better than you. You are, I don't know, Mr. Universe or Miss Universe. Just wait for 1 year. You have to give your crown yourself. Imagine your heart will sort of come out, you know. I've done so much tapasya to become Miss Universe, and now I have to give my crown to this another lady. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Today, Sachin Tendulkar is on top. Tomorrow, there'll be someone else. I don't know many cricket players. And then after a few years, someone else will be there. So it just keeps going. So the principle of sacrifice, so important. If you're not following principle of sacrifice, you're unregulated. What will happen? Na I am loco. In this loka, you will not achieve. Kuto anyaha. Kuto. Then what do you speak of next? If this life you could not achieve happiness, what to speak of next life? So you have to follow. You can break 1 red light, 2 red light, 3 red light. 1 red light, you will be caught, and the fine will come. You can escape from 1 accident, 2nd accident. Some people, they say you can fool some people sometime. You can fool all the people sometime, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. You will get caught. Nature is very, very smart. So, on the contrary, if we follow the principle of sacrifice, especially recommended from the Vedas, then our life is happy in this life and the life after as well. Okay, thank you, Mataji. 432. Okay, that's where we start. So, we have Preeti Mata after Anju Mataji on my screen.
Shall I read the verse also, Prabhu?
Yes, Mata. This is the first verse of today.
Evam vidayagna vitata brahmano mukhe karmajan viditan sarvan evam gyanta vimuktaye. All these different types of sacrifice are offered by the Vedas, and all of them are born of different types of work. Doing them as such, you will become liberated.
Thank you, Mata. Your Sanskrit is very good, Mataji. You can read words so quickly. Evam bahuvidha yagya. So we are reading different types of sacrifices so far. So evam bahuvidha, bahut sare, many, bahuvidha yagya. Vitata brahmano mukhe. Here brahmano refers to Vedas. Prabhupada writes here, brahmana refers to of the Vedas. Mukhe means they are coming from Vedas. So whatever yagyas we have read so far, different types of yagyas, they are coming from where? From Vedas. Whether it's dravya yagya, tapo yagya, gyan yagya, swadhyaya yagya, everything is coming from Vedas. Now, some are higher, some are lower. That's a different story. But everything is coming from Vedas. Karma jan vidhi tan sarvan. So they are situated. Vidhi, to know. Again, vidhi word is there. Karma jan, they are situated in karma ja. Ja refers to janma. Karma refers to activity. All the yagyas are based on karma. Now coming back to why Krishna is talking this to Arjuna. Arjuna want to lean towards inactivity. But Krishna is saying all the yagyas actually are born of are based on karma. Without karma, you cannot do any yajna, right? Even if you're doing meditation, dhyana yoga, long breathing, pranayama, you're doing an activity, right? You're doing dravya yajna, you're doing tapo yajna, you're doing jnana yajna, any yajna, swadhyaya yajna, you're reading Bhagavad Gita. You're doing some sacrifice, some activity is going. Inactivity is not a solution. We all agree? Shastra, there's a verse, Udyameni sadhyante karyani na manorathaihe na nahi saptasya singasya pravishanti mukhe mragaha. Udyam means hard work. Udyamen hi siddhyanti. When you do udyam, when you do hard work, what you get? Siddhi, you get success. Udyamen hi siddhyanti karyani na manorathai. Manorath means we are sitting on the chariot of mind. So Rajesh Prabhu thinking on the couch, अभी पालक पनीर आएगा, शाही कोरमा आएगा, रबड़ी, गाजर का हलवा, everything will come. He is sitting on the couch, and his wife is supposed not there. If his wife is there, okay, pro. Will it come, Rajesh Prabhu? You just thinking of nice pakwan, jalebi, rabdi, kachori, dokla, upma, and whatever Nepali dishes. Huh? You think about it. Sanjay Vyas, will it happen? Unless your wife or mother brings it, but just by you thinking, it will not happen. Nothing will be achieved. Only one person is able to achieve by thinking. Who's that? Krishna. He is Satya Sankalpa, and we are totally Asatya Sankalpa. Whatever we think, nothing happens. Huh? Amrit Prabhu is different. He just by looking at the eyebrow, people move. Generally, if you're not Amrit Prabhu, generally things don't move unless we work. So karyani na manoratha. In the example given in Shastra is nahi suptasya singhasya. If a lion is sleeping, suptasya singhasya. Although he is the king of jungle, he is the king of forest. But what nahi suptasya singhasya pravishanti mukhe mragaha. Have you ever heard that lion was sleeping and a deer came and entered into the mouth? Please accept me, my dear king. Lion has to work very, very hard actually. Sometimes even lion has to remain hungry for many, many days because every animal loves his life. Every living being loves their life. So when the lion comes, many times lions are unsuccessful in catching their prey. So lion, the king of the jungle, has to remain hungry. He's so powerful. He has to remain hungry. By destiny, it's not there. So he has to work very, very hard. Huh? So the purpose is we have to work hard, materially or spiritually. Huh? So karma jan viditan sarvan. So Krishna is saying to Arjuna, inactivity is no solution. You have to do yajna. You have to do yajna. So rather than going to jungle, you do yajna here. And you remember the analogy of yajna, Amrit Prabhuji? Analogy of yajna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. We discussed about it as per Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Analogy of yajna in Kurukshetra.
Like the whole battle of Kurukshetra was
Yes.
a yajna, and
Yes, yajna
Krishna,
sthali you can say, where the yajna is performed. Yajna sthali, yes.
yeah,
Who's the
and
Brahman?
Krishna is the Brahman.
No, Arjun is the Brahman. Arjun has made
Arjun.
Krishna as Brahman. Yeah, in this case.
Okay,
And
yeah.
his Gandhi is acting like a spoon, ladle,
Spoon. Yeah,
by
spoon.
which you do the offering.
Yeah.
And Agni
And
is Krishna,
Krishna is okay.
Mrityu.
Yes.
And then what is he offering there? Ghee, grains,
Kurus.
kurus. Every single son, and anyone actually on that side, except 11 people on both sides, 64 crore people got killed in 18 days. That's the offering made by Arjun in this case, because Krishna made him as a nimitta. So everyone is performing yajna. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, you should also perform yajna. Where you have to go and perform yajna? In forest of Vrindavan, Naimisharanya? No, right here in Kurukshetra.
Yeah.
So where do we perform our yajna, Aditya Prabhu? We go to Vrindavan, right here. So when we are a student, we perform yajna while we are a student. When we are a grahastha, we perform yajna while as a grahastha. We don't have to leave something to achieve something. While you are there, grahe thako, vane thako, sada hari bole thakos. Wherever you are in graha, you are vana. Kurma Brahma tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this in Chaitanya Charitamrita, little story everyone knows. Kurma Brahman invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for lunch, prasadam, and he came, he offered nice dishes, and he said, Mahaprabhu, I want to come with you. I don't want to live in Grahastha life. My mind is with you. And what does Mahaprabhu says? You live where? In the Grahastha ashram. While you are here, जाके देखो तारे कहो Krishna Upadesh. Wherever, whomever you meet, you talk about Krishna. That's the best. You don't have to leave. Leaving is escapism. We are not escapist. We are Krishnapist. As Prabhupada says, we are not vegetarian, we are Krishnatarian. If Krishna asks us to kill the animals, we'll kill all the animals of the world. Prabhupada said that. So we are not into vegetarianism. whatever Krishna is saying. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavad pranita. Whatever Bhagavan says, that's the dharma, and we are supposed to follow that dharma. Simple as that. So Krishna is telling Arjuna through these verses, please offer your yajna here itself. You don't have to leave. And this is a great message for all of us. Sometimes we all complain. Huh? So, okay, observation is okay. Today is very hot. This observation is okay, but complaining is not okay. Why it's so hot today? Krishna, why you made it so hot? Tomorrow is my exam. No, that hot weather is the best weather for us. Huh? कहते हैं श्रद्धा है तो शिकायत नहीं और शिकायत है तो श्रद्धा नहीं. Shraddha means if you have faith, then no shikayat, no complaints. If you have Shraddha, if you have faith, then no shikayat, no complaint. But if the complaints are there, what does it mean, Amrit Prabhu? If complaints are there, Krishna
Then
must,
no Shraddha.
or less Shraddha, less Shraddha.
Yeah,
Krishna must
also.
1 crore, just only 1 crore, 1 khoka. He has 5 khoka, I'll be satisfied in 1 khoka only. No, whatever Krishna has created. Keshav Maharaj was saying in one of the classes, the day we'll get into this consciousness, when Krishna comes in front of us, he said, tell me, what can I do for you? You want me to change anything in your life? Anyone here who want to change anything in their life? Please be honest. I'm raising my hand. Everyone else think I should believe on them. See, Sarupni Kale, dono haath. Maharaj is speaking, Keshav Maharaj is speaking. The day when Krishna comes and offers, we can change, I can change anything for you. Please ask. And you say, nothing I want you to change. Nothing. He said, that day you will become Krishna conscious. That day you have no complaints from your current life, current people, current environment, current wealth, health, family, whatever. That day you are Krishna conscious. Anyone Krishna conscious here? I am not. Please raise your hand. There are some Mahanubhav here. We all want to change. And that means we don't believe, subtly, not grossly, subtly, that Krishna, my life could have been better if, only if, 2 people were not existing in my life. Just because I had a better health, just because I would have been in Sydney, just because I would have been in Switzerland, just because I would have a PR. No, nothing needs to be changed. This is the best. Now, I'm also speaking, I'm being very honest here. It's very hard for me, but nice. This is what's called Krishna consciousness. You're conscious of Krishna in every single situation. You're saying, thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. When laddu milta hai, everyone like, wow, thank you, Krishna. And we say, huh? When jab thappad milta hai, when the slap comes of life, we start looking up. Sometimes we don't say with words, Krishna, kuch dekh rahe ho? Are you looking something, Krishna? I'm here. I am here. Probably you have forgotten me. No, Krishna has not forgotten you. Krishna loves you. Yeah, when the thappad and the slap of life comes up, unfavorable situation comes in life, we are still remain firm in our vows. Krishna, I'm still yours. I still want to achieve you. You are my destiny. If you see in Srimad Bhagavatam, Vratasur Pakhyan, Vratasur is a devotee. Indra is not a pure devotee, he's a devotee but mixed devotee. Indra goes to Krishna and says, how can I kill Vratasur? And Krishna is telling way to Indra to kill Vratasur. And Vratasur knows about it. It's not Vratasur doesn't know about it. Now to make Indra win, Krishna kills 2 devotees. One is Dadichi, one is Vratasur. Dadichi is a pure devotee. Krishna tells, go to Dadichi, ask for his backbone. What does it mean, ask backbone? Murder him. And then with the backbone, you make a weapon and then kill Vratasur. They're both pure devotees. And this is mixed devotee. You'll say, Krishna, pagal ho gaya ho kya? Krishna, are you mad? Have you forgotten? You are Sarvagya. But Vratasura and Dadichi, look at their surrender. Look at their surrender. They both pleasingly give up their life. Because Lord Vishnu has said, he has more faith than Indra. They do not complain. Maharaj Bari does not complain that Krishna, what have you done? I have given everything to you. You are putting me in Varun Pash. What is this, Krishna? Come on. There has to be some reciprocation. Brahmaji comes, he becomes advocate. Bali is not saying anything. Bali is not saying anything. This is called Krishna consciousness. So being Krishna consciousness is the toughest thing, but it is the sweetest thing. Sweetest thing, because you are trying to have relationship with the sweetest person. So many persons we make our relationship with. How many times we get frustrated? Maybe all of you are not, but sometimes, at least sometimes. Aditya Prabhu, sometimes we get frustrated in our relationship, worldly relationship, I mean. But if you have a relationship with Krishna, you will never get frustrated if you have faith. Faith means no shikayat, no complaints, No observation is okay. I'm feeling hurt. Can you take me to the doctor? That's okay. That we are not denying. You have to look after your body, your health, and all that. But no complaints. Why I'm getting pain today? I had the interview. I had to go here. And Krishna, you got me in this situation. No, Krishna. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nothing else other than thank you. Thank you, Krishna, in every situation. Okay, Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, sorry. uh,
Well, I was so mesmerized by your narrations. I completely forgot I had my hands up. But Prabhuji, two questions. Prabhuji, first question is that Prabhuji, we study the characteristics of pure devotees and not having material desires, but sometimes I feel that it may be impossible for me to develop that in this lifetime, and so then that becomes a huge discouragement. That how will I that I will not be able to develop this before life comes to an end.
Yeah.
And Prabhu, second question I'll ask is,
can I just answer this one first before I go to the next one? So Prabhu, the race is long. Race is long. And this life is not the only opportunity you'll have, Prabhu. Sorry to say. I hope this is your last life, but this is not the only life Krishna has given you. So if you don't pass in this life, there's not the next life. I heard in Radha Govind Maharaj lecture, Prabhuji, this Maharaj's words. He said, if you become a serious devotee, Maharaj is saying that, if you become a serious devotee, then practically speaking, I'm not talking technically here. Technically, you can be devotee in 1 second. You'll take 10, 20 lifetimes. This is about serious devotee. So if we are not a serious devotee, just imagine how many lifetimes we're going to take. We're definitely going to reach back to Godhead. It says anyone who has come in touch in the moment of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which we all are, somehow or other by Krishna's arrangement, you will go back to Godhead. So, Taliyan to all of you. You're all going to go back to Godhead. This is what Shastra is saying. I'm not saying, I have no authority to say anything. But it's just a matter of when. When. So some people on this call will go back to Godhead in this lifetime. Some people in this call will go after some lifetimes. Some people will take lot of time. And I'm the category 3 one. But some of you will go category 1 people in this lifetime. So it will happen, Prabhuji. And we should never think this life is a very, very small. As Keshav Maharaj said, death is just a comma, not a full stop. So Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, we have a lot of innings to play. Sorry. But we hope you play less innings. But yeah, I'm sure you will play the least amount of innings by Guru Maharaj Mercy. But yeah, more innings will be given to you and to all of us if we have not achieved the final goal. That's the first.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my second question in an observation is that one thing that I'm observing these days when I look at social media is that there's heaps of content out there about being a devotee in the 21st century. And there is a lot of content out there about balancing your material life and spiritual life. And so you can do everything that you want in your personal life, whatever you want, and then you change your clothes, become a devotee, and then you perform devotional activities. So I just wanted to get your views, Prabhuji, that I feel like that is different to Srila Prabhupada's teachings, because Srila Prabhupada's teachings is you have to be 100% dedicated to this process. The spiritual life, yeah.
Yeah, Chaitanya Charan Prabhu says a beautiful line. I may not remember the exact words, but he practically says, for other people, for a normal person, bhakti is a part of life. But for a devotee, bhakti is their life. So for us, even you go to work in suit, boot and all that, Prabhu, that's also full bhakti in an ideal state. Full bhakti. Arjun was killing people, that was full bhakti. Now, which Shastra will say that? Even you're not allowed to kill an ant, knowingly speaking. But Arjun killing his guru, his teachers, that is called as bhakti for Arjun. So this is what understanding Bhagavad Gita is not easy. And this is why Krishna has chosen such a wonderful background before giving these teachings. So we will have no excuse in performing these principles, no matter where we are, in which situation we are in. So, Prabhu, what others say, I don't know much, to be honest, but Shastra is very, very clear about it. And that's why I was just talking about you don't have to leave your grahastha life or become a sannyasi. One time, Keshav Maharaj was asked, so what's the goal of life? So Maharaj just smiled and said, become a sannyasi. Everyone should become a sannyasi. And then he said, no, goal of life is not to become a sannyasi. That's not the goal of life. Many sannyasis will go to Narakloka. This is given in Shastra, I'm not saying. If they are not Krishna conscious, they will go to Narakloka. So goal of life is not to become sannyasi. Goal of life is not to become a very scholarly person. Goal of life is not to become a popular person. Goal of life is to become Krishna conscious. Radhanath Maharaj says very clearly, at least one definition Maharaj says, what is Krishna conscious? Being conscious of Krishna even in the so-called absence of Krishna.
Yeah.
In front of Krishna, in front of Radha Gopinath, yes, we are all pure devotees. Pure devotees. What do we do behind the scenes? It says public life, personal life, and private life. For a sadhu, they should all be equal. Private life, like when you are alone. Personal life, like with your family members. And public life, when you're in the temple or in a community, in a job, workplace, or whatever. So for our every action, ideally speaking, is Krishna conscious, is bhakti.
Yeah.
So bhakti cannot, if you're separating bhakti, then we have not understood. Jivar Sarup Hoy Krishna Nitya Das. Radhanath Maharaj says on the word Nitya. Nitya means always. Always refers to even 8 o'clock, 8:01, 8:02, 8:03. Every moment we are Das of Krishna. Are we following it or no? That's a different story. But we are Das. So if modern culture saying something else, let it be. Okay, Keshav Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhu. Just piggybacking on Sanjay Das Prabhuji's question, the first part actually, I mean, we just referred about Bhritasura, definitely the exalted devotees like Bhritasura, he says, Nanak, I mean, yes, he don't want to even separate for like Nitya, what you mentioned, not a single second. He don't want to take anything. He is also in that path, Prabhuji. Hamara number kab aayega? That was the kind of question I was also asking.
Okay.
I mean, we are nowhere near, nowhere.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Prabhu. Very practical question. And I can understand what you are saying because I'm also in the same boat. But it says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very kind, Prabhuji. So we are not qualified to go back to Godhead. We will never be. I'm sorry to say that. We are not qualified. We will never be qualified. But we are called mercy cases. Mercy case सुना है आपने केशव प्रभु? Mercy. Without mercy, कुछ नहीं हो सकता. Nothing can happen. We are most of us, Prabhu, some of you are very nice devotees, but most of us are in that mindset which is correct to say हमारा नंबर कभी नहीं आएगा. We'll never get there. But at the same time, it says, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even the most fallen can be liberated, not only liberated, can be given Krishna Prema. This is the magic of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why it's called Namo Mahavadanyaya, Krishna Prem Pradayate. So Prabhu, we are not relying on our qualification. Suppose you're in IT or wherever, right? You get a certificate and then you can say, I got the certificate, I have this qualification, I've really passed this. You worked hard for the certification or for some degree. Then you can demand for it. Give me my, degree from university. I passed all the exams. But you cannot say that to Krishna because we are not qualified. But it says, because you are not qualified, you are the most qualified. Mosama patita prabho napai beara. So in Triloki, if you go and find Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the patit like me, the fallen person like me, papi, sinful person like me, you will not find even single one like me. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More. So what are we asking? We are not saying we are qualified, take us back. No, we are mercy cases, we are fallen. So the more we think we are fallen, actually it becomes our strength. So our weakest point will become our strongest point. The weakest point is we are fallen. And what will give us strength? Because our fallen nature will give us humility, that nothing can happen to Krishna. Please, I have no other hope except you. Where I'm going to go if you also leave me? So Prabhu, that sort of consciousness, inculcating that humility, will bring us in that mood. Kirtaniye sada hari. And then when we are able to perform our kirtan, our sadhana, as per our Guru Maharaj's guidance, then it will bring us to that point. Final point, my Guru Maharaj said, even if you receive a qualification, now unless you have 100% mass, 100% pure, you cannot enter into Vaikuntha, right? Vaikuntha, Goloka, whatever spiritual word. Guru Maharaj said, suppose you only have done 60% sadhana, you are only 60% pure. There's a 40% gap. Can you enter? You can't. Suppose a ticket is $100. Giriraj Prabhu, ticket is $100. Nimai only has $60. Can he purchase a ticket?
If his daddy adds the $40, then
daddy adds the $40. Our daddy, our Prabhupada, our Guru Maharaj will add at the door. They are already inside, right?
Yes.
At the door, our daddy will add that $40. So Keshav Prabhu, you
Prabhuji
are
says.
in. You are in. Not because you have $100, because that 60, 40, everything was given to you. Some will be given in this Sydney, some will be given at the door, Prabhu. So do not lose hope ever. Because Ram Nam, sometimes we have more hope in our weaknesses. We have more confidence in our weaknesses than the strength of the holy name. Who is more strong, holy name or our weaknesses? Be honest. Who's more strong?
Holy
Our
name.
weaknesses are more stronger than the holy name.
Holy name.
Holy name is more strong. So why we have so much confidence in our weaknesses? Weaknesses are there. We are not denying that. And we should try to improve ourselves. But holy name is very, very powerful. So have less faith in your weaknesses, have more faith in the Harinam, in the mercy of Prabhupada, in the mercy of our daddy, in spiritual master. Then that process will generate humility. With the humility, we do the bhajan as best as possible, as sincerely as possible. Even if you're a gilari, a squirrel, Lord Ram will come and do, mera beta, chota sa beta, nona beta. Lord Ram will come and put his hand on your head. Will that be good, Keshav Prabhu? Nahi?
Yes, Prabhu.
You all. Amrita will be very pleased. I'll be very pleased. Lord Ram coming and putting his hand. Gilari have these lines on the back of the squirrel. It said Lord Ram was petting the Gilari. So even if you are Gilari-like structure, chalega. We don't have to become Hanuman, Vratasur, Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. They are out of our imagination. But by their mercy and blessings, even if we are Gilari, Supriya Mata, chalega. We're all little Gilaris. Some of you are like Hanuman. I'm trying to become a Gilari. Gilari will do. Is that okay, Kecha Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you. Okay, Supriya Mata, I'll take it quickly.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, I just wanted to know, we are memorizing slokas, 44 sloka for examination. How does examiner ask for the sloka?
Okay.
2.17 or any other type?
Okay. Can we talk about examination later, Mata?
Okay.
Let's do this flow. When we're going that flow, we should go that flow. But my request to all of you, you all remember 44 sloka. How examiner will ask, leave that to examiner. But I'll give you a tip later. But for now,
Okay.
please remember only 44 verses, Mata. Only 44. Okay, let's move forward. 433. Who's the next on the screen? Ram Santosh Prabhuji. This is the last verse in the third section, which is sacrifice will lead to transcendental knowledge. 433. Yes, Prabhuji.
What do we do? Shreyan Dravyamayat Yagna Parantapa.
This is Jnana Yagya, Prabhuji.
So,
The second one is Jnana Yagya. Thank you.
Jnana Yagna Parantapa Sarvam Karma Kilim Partha Jnane Parisamapyate. Translation. O chastiser of the enemy, the sacrifice performed in knowledge is better than the mere sacrifice of material possessions. After all, O son of Pritha, all sacrifices of work culminate in transcendental knowledge.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So, Shreyan refers to better. Dravya Mayad Yagya. So, this is a Dravya Yagya. We read in earlier verses. Dravya Yagya means offering money or some charity, dharmshala and all that. Dravya Mayad Yagya, Jnana Yagya Parantapa. So, what is Shreya than Dravya Yagya? As per this verse, Jnana Yagya is better. Parantapa, chastiser of enemy, Arjun. Sarvam Karma Akhilam Partha. All the Akhilam. Akha India, as we remember. Any Marathis here? Marathis, no. Akha, Akhilam. This comes from Sanskrit word Akhil. Akhil means everyone. Huh? So Sarvam Akhilam. Sarvam Karma Akhilam Partha. Jnane Parisamapyate. So they end. All the karma, actually, they end in what? Transcendental knowledge. Because everything comes from where? From Vedas. Huh? So basically, it's saying, instead of doing, again, it's not denying that, instead of doing Dravya Yagya, so many people offer charities and offer dharamshalas and different types of charity, which is very good, no doubt in that. But the better than that is Jnana Yagya. In Bhagavatam also, there are different types of dan is described. In Bhagavad Gita as well, in the 18th chapter, we read different types of dan. It says Annadan, Dhan Dan, this Dan, that Dan. But sabse bada, what is the biggest one, Sushant Prabhu? In all the danas, Shabd Dan. What does Shabd Dan means? Giving free advices? No, that's not Shabd Dan. Shabd means Shabd Brahma, Shastra ka gyan. So whoever is speaking, and Krishna says personally in Bhagavad Gita, whoever is giving this knowledge to other, he is my most dear servant. And there will be no other better servant than him, even in future. So Prabhupada is the best servant of Krishna. Prabhupada is giving this gyan to all of us. Prabhupada is so dear to Krishna. So, Shreyan Dravyagya Jnanigya. So, Jnaniyagya is better than Dravyagya. Now, Prabhupada is writing here, sacrifice performed in knowledge is better than mere sacrifice of material possession, which is called Dravya. Material possession, which you sacrifice, very good. You are sacrificing your possessions not for your enjoyment, you are giving to someone else, which is very nice. But better than that is knowledge. All sacrifices of work should culminate where? In transcendental knowledge. Now, the question is, how do we achieve this transcendental knowledge? And this is where we get to this verse, extremely famous verse. I'm sure all of you know that. Let's read this verse. Who wants to read this? Sridhar Srinivas Prabhu. I like to hear Prabhu's voice actually. Hare Krishna.
Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasneya sevaya upadhaksyanti te jnanam jnaninastattva darshanaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render services unto him. The self-realized souls can impact knowledge onto you because they have seen the truth.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Now, what's the chapter name? Anyone remembers chapter name where we are in? Hindi or Sanskrit or English?
Transcendental knowledge.
Transcendental knowledge. So we are talking about knowledge. We are not talking about bhakti as yet. That's why Krishna is talking about jnanis. We're not talking bhaktas here. So just take the context from that perspective. Now later on, he will say in 7th chapter, all the Bahunam Janamte Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. So all the Jnanis, what they will do, Bahunam Janamte Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. They will surrender to me. So that will come later. For this context, this is the Jnanis which Krishna is talking about. Okay, let's read this thing. Jnaninas Tattva Darshana. Jnanis are Tattva Darshinaha. Anyone remembers the word Tattva being used earlier? Acharya Prabhu? Okay, anyone?
Janma karma chamay divyam jo janati tattva. Punarjanma nayati.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. What's the number, Amrit Prabhu?
I don't know.
You don't know. That's very. Thank you for your honesty. Anyone else knows the number? Thank you, Mata. But you are not sure. You should be sure. Prabhupada said we should know our books as a lawyer knows the law books. 4.9. The hard ke bolna hai. There is 4.9 Bhagavad Gita. One time Prabhupada was speaking in Hyderabad, if I'm not wrong. He was quoting a lot of verses from Bhagavad Gita and other Shastras. So one Indian gentleman, he raised his hand. Prabhupada said, okay, so what do you want to say? He said, Prabhupada, why are you quoting so much from Bhagavad Gita? And Prabhupada said, so should I quote from newspaper? Akhbar se quote karo. So I am supposed to quote from Shastra. And he's saying, why are you quoting so much from Bhagavad Gita? So we are supposed to quote from Bhagavad Gita. Because nowadays everyone say, I think. So what do you think? All the reporters making reels. What do you think? It doesn't matter. It's kachra. It's rubbish. What does Shastra says? Shabda Praman is there. What I think and what you think, sorry to say, it doesn't matter. We are all immature, conditioned jiva. What does Shastra say? Prabhupada said, should I quote from newspaper? So all of us should not only cram 44 verses, I would say you should cram 440 verses out of 700 verses. It's very easy actually. You know the trick? Salan Prabhu knows the trick. So if you want to know the trick, go to Salan Prabhu, he'll give you the trick. He have crossed 440, isn't it? Now he disappeared. Who knows the trick of remembering verses? Ayush Prabhu, he knows 700. Pura 100% aata hai Prabhu ko. Ayush Prabhu, please tell us the trick.
The blessings of Hemanga Caitanya Prabhu.
Arey Prabhu, mujhe kuch nahi aata hai. No, that's not a correct answer, Prabhuji. So what's the trick? Repeat. There is no shortcut, I'm sorry to say. Repeat. take a printout. Don't waste your time on bus stand, train stand, this, there. Just print one chapter. And if you want, I have chapters in a very nice PDF format if you wanted that. Please take a print, put in your pocket. For 1 month, you just read one chapter. You don't have to read the second, third, fourth, all that. Just one. Read, read, read. Every day you read, it will come. And if you sing, it will come faster on your tongue. So if you can do that. Sanjay Vyas Prabhu also is like 60% Shastra verses he knows. So I don't know his trick, but what I understand, I'm a very weak memory person. Repeat, repeat, repeat. So no shortcuts. Print it out, put in your pocket or whatever works. Please read. While you're going to bed, you spend some time in reading the verses. While reading the verses, then you go to sleep. Don't try to cram, but first you just try to read, sing, and then if you really want to go ahead, write.
Krishna
Tad
Prabhuji.
vidhi prani pa te na. In English, Nepali, Hindi, whatever works for you. I write actually. So I don't know how to cram the verses. I write. You should have a shloka book. Please write, read, sing. By this you will know the verses. And then you will like, why 44? Give me more. Give me 44. I did 7 years ago. Sridhar Srimas Prabhu, sorry, you wanted to say something.
Before starting every chapter, please give that a format, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Like
We have done it, Prabhuji, for many weeks. I've stopped
that
because
is only 44 verses
okay.
for the whole chapter.
Prabhu is hungry. Prabhu is hungry for more. Okay, we'll try, Prabhu. We'll try.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Supriya Mata.
Prabhu, I tried for it and I forgot umbrella at Macquarie Park station and reached Closeness station. Then I realized, oh, I left my umbrella behind in metro. Then came back and took my umbrella from Macquarie Park station. It was still there. I said, oh, Krishna, you are so merciful.
Because you're reading the shlokas.
Yeah. And
Yoga
I forgot
Shema
umbrella.
Thank you, Mata. Very nice. See this one time I heard a live story. I'm not kidding. One devotee at Brisbane airport, he was reading verses. He checked in. He was waiting for the flight. And he was so absorbed in reading Bhagavatam, the flight left, and he realized after 1.5 hours, he said, oh my God, I forgot to board the flight while reading in the airport, checked in and all that. He was reading Bhagavatam, and he had to buy another ticket, and he has to come to Sydney. Very expensive ticket he had to buy. And he was not lamenting. He was like, okay. So people get so much absorbed in reading Bhagavatam, reading shlokas. We have live examples of Priya Mataji as well. You'll not feel like, doing something else. It is so tempting, so enchanting. You'll just get absorbed. Because this is Krishna ka Vani. This is not our mundane Vani. There are many nice songs out there, but you get bored after some time. But Krishna ka Vani, you can read and read and read and never get bored. Every time you read, you feel like Naya. Very fresh, very new. Thank you, Supriya Mataji, for sharing that. You didn't even lose it. And Krishna gave you more time to read more. Okay, very good. So, coming back to the shloka. Jnaninas, so they are tattva darshana, they know the tattva, they know Krishna as it is. Now, how do we get something from someone? Suppose, anyone has ever drunk tigress milk? Tigress milk? Sherni ka doodh.
Who's going to milk? Prabhu?
Who's going to milk? Ram Santosh Prabhu, have you ever imagined that? Let me go. Your papa will say, get some milk from Woolworths. He said, Papa, I'll get tigress milk today. Anyone? Show it, Prabhu. Can you get it? You're a strong guy. He goes to gym every day. Tigress ka milk. So Shastra says.
Someone need to make a brand looks like.
No, not fake. I'm talking real. Real tigress. She has milk.
Understand.
So tigress milk cannot be forced on tigress. Can you force a tigress to give milk? No. She will eat up you. No, with no delay. Achirena gachati. With no delay, she will come and have you as her breakfast or something. But if tigress desires, that the milk can be given. So from the guru, you cannot extract the knowledge by force. You cannot buy a guru. Guru Maharaj, I'll give you $10,000, $1 million. You cannot do that. But if you please the guru, Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. If you please the guru, then the guru will give knowledge. So What is the way for pleasing the Guru? Step by step, Krishna is explaining that in this particular verse. In Bhagavatam also, Krishna is speaking to Uddhava and giving many verses for Gurus, but in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has kept this, which is very, very important. This is how we're going to get the knowledge. If you don't follow this three-step process, you'll never get knowledge. We're not talking about some mundane, crammed knowledge. We're talking spiritual knowledge here. So let's see what the three-step Krishna is giving. Tad vidhi pranipatena. So pranipat. Now pranipat word is quite popular word. It has multiple meanings. Prabhupada is giving one meaning here. He's saying by approaching a spiritual master. So pranipat, Prabhupada is saying by approaching a spiritual, which is true. But how do you approach a spiritual master, and what should be our mood? Shobhit Prabhu, what should be our mood? Demanding mood or surrendering mood? Demand. Hey, give me knowledge.
वो मैं तो अपना क्या ही बताऊं bro, मैं तो जिस भी मूड से जाऊंगा मेरे को तो कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा.
We're super humble. Okay, anyone else? What should be our mode of asking from Guru?
Surrender and Seva.
Surrender. So humility. If we ask from Guru, humility. What makes us humble? What makes us humble? As Keshav Prabhu was we discussing earlier, our disqualification makes us humble, right? If we go in front of a Guru that I know more verses than you, for example, Guru will say, okay, then fine. You be your own Guru. But you present yourself in front of Guru, no matter how much knowledge, mundane knowledge you have in your head, as a fool. As a fool. So if you approach a spiritual master in a mood of humbleness, this humbleness is extremely important. Now, humbleness, that's one quality. Humbleness you have, but humbleness should be followed by what? Our obeisances. So you go in front of a spiritual master, what do? Shruti Kirti Prabhu came, very senior Prabhupada disciple last year and before as well. He's saying, when I was with Prabhupada, he served Prabhupada as a personal servant for many years. So he said, when I was with Prabhupada, one thing was very prominent. Bowing down, bowing down, bowing down. Nowadays, I only see people bow down once and that's it. My Guru Maharaj said, every time you enter into the temple, you bow down, you exit from the temple, you bow down, you enter again. He said, but Maharaj, I was only going for 1 minute. He said, no. If you exit, you bow down, you enter, you bow down, you enter again, you bow down again. Bowing, 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 bowing. Manmana bhav madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Namaskar seva hai. Is very, very pleasing to Krishna, and especially because we have a lot of ego, at least I'm talking about myself. So our ego, when we put our nose on the ground, our ego will come down. So namaskar is very, very important. So we approach our spiritual master in the mode of humility and we offer obeisances. And what do we say to spiritual master? I am a scholar, doctor. I know 7,000 verses. I am a fool. I am a fool. Once Prabhupada was traveling in a plane from somewhere to somewhere. Anyway, he had his 3 disciples with him, and Prabhupada was sitting on the window seat and 3 disciples. So Prabhupada had given some assignment to all 3 of us, all 3 of them. So Prabhupada was sort of taking an update. So he asked number 1, so how you're going? His head was down. Sorry, Prabhupada, I could not do, because Prabhupada targets were so big. No matter how much they did, it was always bigger. Prabhupada was very upset on this disciple. He said, you fool, I gave so much time, it's so urgent, this and that. Anyway, he put his head down. And the second one, how you going? Sorry, Prabhupada. I also could do only this much. I could not finish that whole. Prabhupada, you all like waste, lazy, this and that. In a loving fatherly way, he's sort of chastising them. And third one, by this time, was very happy. He was sitting just next to Prabhupada. 1, 2, 3, the 4 seat in that one block. He was very happy. And before even Prabhupada could ask, he said, Prabhupada, I've already done it. And you know what Prabhupada said? Prabhupada was not happy with his disciple. He said, you lost the opportunity to become purified by your spiritual master. So the chastisement of the spiritual master actually is very nice. Sometimes we take it on our ego. So you lost the opportunity for purification. So sometimes our humility, our weaknesses actually can become our strength in front of Krishna. Because they put their head down, they said, Prabhupada, I'm a fool. Tabal Krishna Maharaj, very, very scholarly person. He went in front of Prabhupada. Prabhupada asked him something, I can't remember. And he said, Prabhupada, I don't know, I'm a fool. So you know what Prabhupada said? Prabhupada did not sort of started praising him and said, no, actually you would know this and that. He said, actually remain like this. Like in the mood of humility, remain like that. So we should never present what is in our mundane head, mundane knowledge, mundane number of degrees and verses in Bhakti Sastri and Bhakti Vaibhava and all that in front of spiritual master. This is very fatal, very fatal. So Tadvidi Pranipatin. Pranipatin refers to approaching a spiritual master, offering your obeisances, and having a mood of humility. Last meaning of Pranipatin, fourth meaning of Pranipatin. Pranipat refers to something which we already have in our mind, our pre-notions before coming to bhakti. We all knew, at least in my knowledge, Vishnu was the root, Krishna was the avatar. That's what I knew, at least. By mercy of our serials and all that. Now, after coming to Gaudiya Vaishnavism in reading Shastra, you know, Krishna is avatari, Vishnu is an avatar, and many other things which we know. So, many notions we have. So, I'll give you one example. Prabhupada met with Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj for the very first time in 1922 in Ulta Ganga on the terrace. When he went in front of Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, he offered his pranam. And so Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj said, you preach in English language in Western countries. What does Prabhupada say in response to Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj? He says, how can we preach? The Desh is under British slave. So we have to make ourselves free first, and then we will be able to do something in Krishna consciousness. What does Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj say? This political situation doesn't matter. One fox will go, another fox will come. Maharaj said that. I'm not saying it. एक लोमड़ी जाएगी, दूसरी आएगी. One politician will go, another politician will come. This will carry on. This will carry on. But the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so urgent, it cannot wait. It cannot wait. Now, what Prabhupada actually, you know, I'm sure you all know, Prabhupada actually did not take his degree. He finished his exams and all. He did not take degree because he was following the Gandhi movement that time. He was wearing khadi and all that he was trying. Prabhupada writes this later. He said, that sentence made such a great impact on my heart. I accepted him as my spiritual master. Before meeting with Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, what was the notion of Prabhupada? That Desh Bhakti is most important, right? After one meeting, 2-3 sentences, what was his notion? He's right. He's right. Message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, Bhagavatam must be spread ASAP. That was the notion of Prabhupada. So Prabhupada quit his notions after meeting his spiritual master. Do we quit our pre-notions after meeting with our spiritual master? Be honest. So many nice meetings we have, not one or two, so many meetings, so many opportunities we get, but we still get stuck to our own. I was speaking to Giriraj Prabhu yesterday in the temple. So many things. Repeat. We know this is right, this is wrong. We know that, right? But we are not able to come out of that. Prabhupada could come out. That is called Pranipat. Pranipat means leave our pre-notions of life and spirituality and whatever guidance is being given, you surrender to that. Amrit Prabhu, is that clear? You surrender to the conceptions of a spiritual master rather than our own. Then this is called Pranipat. Okay, what are the 4 meanings of Pranipat? Aditya Prabhu, first meaning, quickly. Everyone be ready. First meaning, only one meaning you say.
Pranipatina, one of them is to leave whatever notions we have of life.
Thank you. That's the 4th one. Okay. Ayush Prabhu, number 2.
So is like submissive, be submissive.
Be submissive in front of spiritual master, no matter how much is calling. Thank you, Prabhu. Divya Gopika Mataji, number 3.
Being humble.
Being humble. Rajesh Prabhu, number 4. No. Come on, tell one. Right on your screen, Prabhuji. It's written by Prabhupada. Approach a spiritual master. So if you want Gyan, go to a Gyani. Prabhupada, Sanjay Vyas Prabhu was giving this example in the class yesterday. Prabhupada was asked how to become Krishna conscious. Prabhupada said, how do you become alcoholic? Prabhupada said that. How do you become alcoholic? Rajesh Prabhu, you have any idea? You are a very pure person, but any ideas you can propose? How do you become alcoholic?
By associating with alcoholics, bro.
Thank you, Anand Krishna Prabhu. Don't do that. We are not recommending that. But the point here is, if you hang out with devotees, you become a devotee. And don't hang out with just with Kantimala people. That's nice. You hang out with serious people. If you want to become serious in bhakti, you hang out with serious people. Okay, so Pranipat is the first step. Now, what does Pranipat does? Garima Mata, what does Pranipat does? It allows the spiritual master to treat you, right? If you have a problem, you go to the doctor and you say, doctor, actually, I know better. Doctor says, get out then. So you have to allow doctor to treat you. Is it right or wrong? Right? Doctor has to do an operation on you. And Giriraj Prabhu is saying, very health dekhiye. Have you seen my health? Chaku lagayega. Ek mauka marunga. डॉक्टर कहेगा ठीक है भाई मत कराओ. So Pranipad allows doctor to do the operation. If patient is not cooperating with the doctor, will operation happen? Will the disease ever go? So first allow ourselves, present ourselves with humbly, by obeisance, by approaching a nice spiritual master, not a fake one, the real one. And then he's saying, I surrender unto you and I will try to do my best, whatever you ask me to do. From today, Rupa and Sanatan approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the first question they ask, people call us Pandit, but we don't even know who we are. People call us Pandit, but I don't know who I am. Ke ami? Huh? And why this three tap is burning me in the middle? I don't know. People call me Pandit. So we also, sometimes people call us, Prabhuji, aapko to bahut aata hai. You know a lot. And we get into it. Yes, actually you are right. No. Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, the knower of 16 languages, saying in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with a throne in their mouth, Ke ami? I don't know who I am. They had already read Bhagavatam. It's not that they didn't know Bhagavatam. They had already read Bhagavatam in front of the spiritual master. I don't know who I am. I am a fool. Please teach me. So, Pranipat refers to what? Allow the spiritual master to treat you. Now you'll say, only haath chuna, only touch my hand. Don't touch my leg. Don't touch my this. No, no. Allow yourself completely. Kesha Prabhu, how much surrender in front of spiritual master?
Total surrender, Prabhuji.
Total surrender. How much surrender?
I just remember
100%.
I just remember one. He was not from the Vaishnava All Sampradaya, but it was very very long back. I remember still that word hits my head, Prabhuji. He said, "Surrender like the what do you call? In Nepalese we say kuale, who makes the pot, the clay pots.
Yeah.
So he
Kumar.
said, surrender like a mud, the clay.
Wow, very nice.
Then that person will hit like anything. Even the last fine thing, as long as you will see, he will keep on hitting you. Then after he can make a nice pot. So
yes, very nice. Nice example. So surrender like a mud. As a Kumar makes a nice, our spiritual master can make us very nice. Prabhupada once came from upstairs to downstairs and he was very, very happy. And as soon as he stepped on the final step in the land, he made a pirouette. I heard in my spiritual master lecture, he made a pirouette and he said, my spiritual master made me like a diamond. Prabhupada was very happy, like a child. My spiritual master made me a diamond. So this is all of us can achieve this diamond shape, isn't it? Only Prabhupada? No, all of us can achieve the diamond shape. What we have to do, as Keshav Prabhu, surrender yourself completely like a mud. And whatever way spiritual master beating, just tolerate, just tolerate. One person was standing in a temple. It was like a marble temple. And he asked another boy, one boy, 15, 16-year-old boy, so what is this deity made up of? So boy said, it was very nice as well. He said, this Bhagwan. Bhagwan is not made up of any material elements. He said, no, you tell me. So he said, it's made up of marble. He said, this deity is made up of marble. I'm standing on marble. What's the difference? I'm standing on a marble. Deity is also made up of marble. What's the difference? The deity marble had tolerated the tap of the murtika. The deity person who was making the deity was hitting with hammer, making very, very fine changes. And finally such a beautiful deity came up. So all these hammers of life we have to tolerate, isn't it? Aditya Prabhu, nicely. Nicely. You're a very tolerant person. It's for me. I'm speaking for myself. Please don't take it otherwise. All what I'm speaking is for only my own reminders. So if we can tolerate that, then the pranipat will happen. Ayush Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I was really relishing your explanation. Just had a question. In some cases, like we see the spiritual, for example, Jayapatri Golani Jayapataka
Can you
Swami
come a little
Maharaj.
bit closer, Prabhu? Your voice is a little low.
Is it better now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I'm saying that, Prabhu, sometimes we see that the spiritual master or Diksha Guru is not able to directly communicate with his disciples. Like His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj, he has 50,000 disciples, he is not traveling. So in that case, does the Shiksha Guru become the spiritual master?
No.
The one who's...
No. Siksha Guru can be as good as spiritual master, but a spiritual master is spiritual master. Diksha Guru is Diksha Guru. Siksha Guru, they are as respect, you give both equal respect, Prabhu. That is true. But Diksha Guru is Diksha Guru. Now, very nice question which Aish Prabhu has asked. In NOD, Prabhuji, Nectar of Devotion, there are three types of jivas are explained. So the example of fish is given, tortoise is given, and one more. Anyway, I'll try to remember, Prabhu. So fish, when she gives an egg, how does fish looks after the egg? So some jivas, when they give the lay their egg, they look after the egg. Say hen gives an egg. How does the hen looks after the egg? She sits on the egg, huh? I've not seen it, but at least heard it, huh? So she sits on the egg and gives the enough warmth till the time the chicken, you call it chicken? I don't know. The baby hens, they come out, right? So she looks after it currently. It says fish, when she gives the egg, she sees the eggs. By seeing the egg, fish sort of does benefit to the eggs. But when the turtle gives the egg, he lays his eggs on the bank of the river and he comes down in the river. He meditates on the egg. He meditates on the egg. So he said, ideal spiritual master, Ayush Prabhu will treat you in all three ways. Sometimes like a hen, sometimes hen means he will sit on top of your head and he will say, Ayush Prabhu, kal kab uthe the? How many rounds you have done? How many books you have distributed? He'll sit on your head. He will look after you like a baby, right? Like a mother looking after a baby. Another time he'll just look at you from the far distance. And he knows about you just by looking. There's one instance Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions. As soon as you go in front of a spiritual master, he knows everything from the last time when you met and this time you are meeting. He knows everything what you have done. Suppose you are meeting him after 1 year. He knows in 1 year what Aish Prabhu has done and what he has not done, what he should have done, what he has done correctly, right? He knows everything. Third type of spiritual master is he will put the egg means you, the disciple, he will put it outside somewhere. He's not looking at it, he's not sitting on it, but he's meditating on it. By his meditation, he does the benefit. So spiritual master can treat you in way 1, way 2 or way 3 in all three ways. But a special relationship between spiritual master and disciple is very, very unique. It's not mundane relationship. We cannot compare that one person, he has 50,000 disciples or maybe more now. How can he look after all of them? So this is why this is not a mundane. In mundane relationship, it's not possible. You cannot even remember your 5 children. Sometimes father forget the name when he has 8 or 9 children. But a spiritual master knows everything, whatever he needs to know. That's what they say. So Prabhu, short answer to your question is, because it's a spiritual relationship, you are still completely under his relationship and under guidance and under his blessings and prayers. Because Krishna sends this power to the spiritual master to present him. The spiritual master is a representation of Krishna. So Krishna is giving this Chaitya Guru. So Chaitya Guru is coming out as Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru as well later. So yes, a very unique relationship, Prabhu. We cannot comprehend. It says 3 tattvas we cannot comprehend. Guru tattva, Shiv tattva and Radha tattva. We cannot comprehend with our mundane mind. But it's a very spiritual relationship and Krishna will completely keep you sheltered under his guidance, if that's the case.
Thank
Does
you,
that make
Prabhu.
sense?
Yeah,
But
but like
sometimes,
for
just
example,
I'll add one more point, Prabhu. Direct communication may be needed and which is not possible. Then you go to his representatives. That whatever Maharaj say has allocated in this temple, if this is my representative, that yes, you can take guidance. Sorry, yes, please continue.
Prabhu, also like previously you were mentioning like the Bhagwan thappad dete, then also we should be in that thankful state. But sometimes we start thinking कुछ ज़्यादा ही थप्पड़ नहीं मार रहे भगवान, like then it becomes very hard to feel gratitude. It more like you start putting yourself in this victim stage, or you start feeling ki why is he doing it like that? You don't feel grateful. It's very hard to feel naturally grateful. How do we then cultivate that gratitude
Thank you,
even in
Prabhuji.
difficult
Yeah,
times?
it's very, very nice question, very practical question. Prabhu, what I said that was an ideal state. We're all going through in a journey. Even big spiritual masters, they also need some shelter. We're not talking material shelter here. So yes, we all are human beings. We have some human emotions. We need acknowledgement, and that's why our society is filled with devotees. Rupa Goswami says, Dadati Pratigranati. So we have to have devotee association where you could perform 6 exchanges. By doing that, what happens? Many times people may not be able to solve your personal problems, for example, right? But they can give you strength to solve your problem by yourself. And that strength will be given by devotees. And Krishna also says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamu vyantate. So Dadami buddhi yogam tam. So Krishna will give you intelligence, Prabhuji, how to solve the problem. If you worship Satam Kirtanto Mam. Sorry, what's the first line? 10.10. Tesham satat yukta nam bhajatam priti purvakam. One who's doing bhajan satat and with priti, dadami buddhi yogam tam. So if we perform satat bhajan, like constant bhajan with priti, with love and devotion, then what happens? Krishna sitting in your heart will give you guidance. Many times what happens? We are not doing satat bhajan, we are not doing bhajan with priti. We can do out of duty, not out of priti. Then what happens? We cannot listen our Paramatma. And then we go into that state, what you are saying, resentful state. And it happens to all of us. And the second answer is, Prabhu, we have started our journey. We are not siddha yet. We are a sadhak. And sadhak means he will fail. If you don't fail, Ayush Prabhu, you'll be called as a siddha. Ayush Maharaj ki jai. Jam Vishnupad Param Hans Ayush Maharaj Parvijikacharya Ayush Maharaj.
Jai.
But I'm sorry, at this stage, you are not, at least in my knowledge, mentally you may be there, right? Why? Because Prabhuji, you are sadhaka. We are all sadhaka. Most of us sitting here, we are not siddhas. So Prabhu, going through that mindset is also proof that we are in the journey. You send your kid to a school when he is learned or when he is not learned. When he is not learned, then you send you pay school fee, you drop him, you pick him, you pack him lunch box, and you do so much austerity so that आपका बच्चा पढ़ जाएगा. So Prabhu, we are in a school. Sometimes teacher will beat us, sometimes student will beat you, sometimes world will beat you. Tritab will come to you, Prabhu, but slowly will get resistance. I'll ask you one question, Prabhu. When you started chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, first day, how many rounds did you chant? Be honest.
Like not even like a full round. Like
Huh?
some.
How many
Not,
rounds
not,
did you chant on day one, Prabhuji? Whenever in your life, in this life, you chanted
like
16 rounds on the day one?
no, not it.
No? How many did you chant? One?
Like one or two, yeah.
One or
One.
two. Okay. I'll be honest, Prabhu. I chanted one round in 1 year. Then second year, I chanted one round in a week. Then after 3 months or 4 months, I can't remember, I started chanting one round a day. That's me. I'm still similar, right? But now you chant 16 rounds. I hope you chant 16 rounds. You're living in ashram, right? So do you think your strength has increased? Your determination has increased from that Ayush Prabhu to this Ayush Prabhu? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes? Now 16 is not hard, right? I'm sure you will be chanting 32 as well, at least some days, right? So now 16 is not hard at all. It's a part of our life. We cannot live life without chanting 16 rounds, minimum I'm talking, right? So the same Ayush Prabhu, for example, which was few years ago chanting one round a day, now is 16 rounds a day. Now you can handle similar amount of responsibilities or maybe even more than which you are handling earlier, right? So same Ayush Prabhu has changed. So similarly, Prabhuji, believe me, this process is so strong. After some time, that may be Prabhuji after this lifetime, we don't know. But depending on our sincerity, we will become so strong, Prabhu. You'll ask like Kunti Maharani, Vipada Shantuta Shastra Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru, Bhavato Darshanam Yat Syad Apunar Bhavadarshanam. Nowadays, we cannot make this prayer. Krishna is asking Kunti Maharani, please ask something. Kunti Maharani said, give me problems. And Krishna is surprised. You are the first one in the whole history who is asking problems. Everyone is asking resolution of problem. You're asking the problems. You are the first one in the history. The Kunti Maharani is saying, if I see you, I do not see the Bhava, this Bhavasagar. We are not there, Prabhu. We are not there. But the point is, the process will take you there. You are in a kindergarten for now. One day you'll become PhD, doctor, Maharaj, Sannyasi, Babaji, whatever your spiritual master makes you. So, Prabhu, it will happen. We are in a journey. So be patient and keep taking the tap. And sometimes it's okay, it's as per Shastra, Gohya Makhyati Prakshati. You have a friend or a guide or a mentor where we can open your heart, take guidance. If you have a bodily problem, you are supposed to go to doctor and look after your body. There's nothing wrong with that. Then you can, Prabhu, I'm tolerating. No, even Prabhupada was taking medication. He's a full pure devotee. So some things which we have to deal with, we deal with it. But we deal anything with three ways, Prabhuji. First thing, we try to mitigate it. Mitigate means we try to do what we can do. Second thing is, so first is tolerate, then is mitigate, and then is migrate. So first you tolerate, Ayush Prabhu, then you try to mitigate it as per your capacity. You may not be the best, but try whatever you can. And third one, Ayush Prabhu, Shastra is saying, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You got the message. Now, migrate has to be understood properly. Don't take immature migration. That can be very dangerous as well. Anyway, so I don't know whether it helps, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much for nice
Yeah.
answer.
Okay. Thank you. Detailed topic. Okay. Let's go to the second word. I've only done one word of this verse. Pariprashnena. Pariprashnena. So word is very clear. Pariprashnena. Prabhupada writes submissive inquiries. So we discussed about mood of submissiveness earlier. Now, if you just do pranipad, humbly bow down, and you sit there. I'll tell you one instance in Prabhupada's life. Prabhupada, somewhere in India, so Prabhupada had a rule sort of around 4 o'clock, Prabhupada will finish his writing, little nap. He will take naril pani at 4 o'clock. Um, most of the time fresh available he will take. And after that, he will open the door for anyone who can walk in, and Prabhupada will give darshan and answer the queries. Anyone. So when he was in India, only in India it had happened, and you can understand why in a minute. Many Indians will come and will come and sit down with folded hands and sit down and just look at Prabhupada. They just look at Prabhupada. So one day, just an observation on a Prabhupada disciple, Prabhupada, these people are coming, but they don't ask any question. Prabhupada says they're like that. They're like that. Huh? But if they ask questions, they will progress. If they ask questions, they will progress. So when you go to special master, you humbly bow down and say, I'm full. You ask questions. Now the point is, what sort of questions do you ask? Prabhupada was traveling one time in India, again in a train somewhere. So he had his whole entourage. He had many Western disciples and he had his whole dabba booked in the train car. So some big millionaire, Indian millionaire, he was also traveling the same train, and he came to know there's a big Swami in that carriage. So while train was moving, he came from his car, his dabba, to Prabhupada coach, and he asked disciples, can I meet? They said, okay, no problem. He was a very rich person. Anyway, he went to Prabhupada and he said, Prabhupada, please give me blessings. Prabhupada understood his point. He's saying, Maharaj, please give me blessings. Prabhupada says, what sort of blessings do you need? My blessings will convert your head like this. You understand? No, I mean, people did not understand. So suppose they had a nice hair and nice clothes. He said, if I give you blessings, your hairstyle will change. Do you want my blessing? He said, Prabhupada ji, mera station aa gaya. Prabhupada ji, my station has come. We'll see you later. So this is the blessing of a sadhu. So when we go to sadhu, we should not ask, my business is not doing good, my daughter is not getting married, my job is not going good. What sort of question we should ask? We should ask question about spiritual life. How can I progress in a spiritual life? How can I serve you better? How can I do better with in a devotee association? How can I please you? How can I fulfill your mission? These sort of spiritual inquiries should be asked. Tasmat gurum prapadyeta jigyasa shreya uttamam. Krishna says to Uddhava in Bhagavatam. Tasmat Guru Prapadyeta, only he should Prapadyeta surrender to a Guru who has jigyasa, inquisitiveness. We all have inquisitiveness. Huh? How to get money, how to get married, how to buy a bigger house and blah, blah, blah. But he says, Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam. Krishna says, you should have Uttam Jigyasa. What is Uttam Jigyasa? How to come out of this Tama. Tama means darkened. Uttama means coming out of darkness. So if you have Jigyasa, inquisitiveness, how to come out of the Tama, then you should go and surrender to a Guru. Guru is not a fashion. Mataji, you are initiated. Prabhuji, you are initiated. Next year I'm thinking I should also take initiation. Should I take Brahman initiation this year or next year? Huh? Hare Baba. Do you have Shreya Jigyasa? You have Jigyasa. I am done with the material world. I want to get out of free. Do you have that Jigyasa? I don't know. I don't have yet. So we should inculcate that desire in a nice devotee association. That is called Pariprashnena. Now, Pariprashnena should be spiritual inquiry. The first one, Pranipat, enables Guru to operate you, right? You're allowing doctor to do the operation. Ira Mataji is a doctor or close by there, right? So a patient says, Mata, you please do whatever upchar you have to do. Huh? And then patient asks the relevant question. Patient does not ask, so when can I eat talawa pakoda, ice cream, this and that. Arey Baba, first you get well. First you get well. So then the doctor will say, now I will operate you. Operation means first what doctor does? He will explain you what he is going to do. Isn't it in Australia they do that, right? They'll explain you. They're going to put you in a coma for say 3 hours. They will give you this injection. They will open up. They will have a whole session with you to explain you, right? What way he's going to operate you. And then when you're convinced, what do? You do a sign up, isn't it? Ira Mata, you get the signs from the patients. अगर कुछ हो गया तो चलेगा. Don't sue me. So signing up here means you align your mentals with the spiritual master's mental. Yes, this is how the operation will be happening, right? Isn't it? So Guru will say, once the Prabhupada disciple was in Vrindavan. So he came for like 2-3 days just to visit Vrindavan after a lot of hectic schedules anyway. So he liked Vrindavan so much he stayed in Vrindavan. After 1 week he was there. After 1 month he was there. Prabhupada met him and he said, "You are still in Vrindavan?" He said, "Yes, Guru Maharaj, I'm enjoying Vrindavan." And Prabhupada said, "Vrindavan is not for your enjoyment, it's Krishna's enjoyment. You do your seva." He said, "Prabhupada, I've done so much seva. I just want to come and relax. I've opened temples everywhere. Where can I go now?" Prabhupada said, "Go to Sri Lanka." He said, "Prabhupada, Sri Lanka, such a small country, it's just not my caliber." He said, Prabhupada said, "Okay, then go to Pakistan." And he started scratching his head. He said, "Prabhupada, Sri Lanka hi theek hai." Sri Lanka is okay. I go to Pakistan, I don't know whether I will come back to report to you or no. So this is not surrender, not saying anything. This is a great disciple. Prabhupada loved him. He went to Sri Lanka finally. He had a debate with one of the biggest spiritual person in Sri Lanka, and he defeated that person. He defeated in Buddhism. And Prabhupada put all that conversation in his book, Perfect Question, Perfect Answer. So he was a very dear disciple. I'm just, this story I'm telling you. But he had this, I've done so much. So Sri Lanka में क्या करेंगे? Such a small country. Oh, go to Pakistan. So if you reject one instruction of Guru Maharaj, you may get very tough instruction from Guru Maharaj. So Guru Maharaj knows what's good for us. So Pariprashnen refers to inquiries related to spiritual life, to be ready to give yourself to your spiritual master and to be able to see the path yourself which he is showing. He's showing to Amrit Prabhu, from here you go to Vrindavan. You catch a flight, you land in Delhi, you catch a taxi, you go to Vrindavan. Amrit Prabhu starts seeing that route himself. Once Prabhupada was in an airport, Indra Maharaj tells the story. And airport was very much chaotic and they were traveling for a long time, so they were tired and they were waiting for a flight. So Prabhupada put his hand on Indra Maharaj that time. He was a brahmachari that time, very young, very energetic. He's still very energetic. Anyway, he put his hand and very much chaotic airport it was. Can't remember which one it was. Anyway, he put his hand on Indra Maharaj. He said, "So, Indradum, do you see this chaotic world?" And he was very honest. He says, "No, Prabhupada." "Do you see now?" "No, Prabhupada." He put it third time. "Do you see it now?" And Maharaj is saying that, "Yes, Prabhupada." He could see the chaotic world as chaotic. We see this chaotic world as very attractive. You go, there's a duty-free shop, there's a this shop, that shop, and there's an air hostess there, this there. One time Prabhupada was telling the disciple, and one air hostess was serving Prabhupada and this disciple. So this air hostess was very beautiful. This disciple started looking at the air hostess very intensely. And Prabhupada caught him while he was looking at this lady. And he did not realize. Later on, he got realized, oh my God, my spiritual master is looking at me that I'm looking at a lady. And Prabhupada said, "Wasn't she beautiful?" And he was like completely watered. He said the earth should split. I should just go inside. He was so ashamed and so embarrassed. Prabhupada asked such a question, "Wasn't she beautiful?" And then Prabhupada said, "Imagine if the spark is so beautiful, how will be Krishna? How beautiful will be Krishna? If the spark, this is just a spark, right? One jiva, one little spark of Krishna is so beautiful. How beautiful will be Krishna?" So that's why we should not just look at the sparks, look at the origin of a spark. Aham sarvasya prabhu matta sarvam pravartate. So we look at the root of everything. All the beauties of this world, they may be very beautiful, they may be very smart, they may be very popular, but they're all coming, they're taking their Shakti from where? From Krishna. Go to the root, go to the root. And then he is all attractive Krishna. He will attract you. Today or tomorrow, he will attract you. Just keep following. So this is called Pariprashana. Sevaya. What does Seva refer to? It's a very small word actually. Seva, rendering service. Now this Seva is in context with Pranipat and Pariprashana. Pranipat means you have humbly presented yourself to the spiritual master. You have inquired accordingly. Seva means you start. Seva is just not rendering seva. like massaging him, giving some financial support and all that. That's seva. Definitely that's a seva. But the seva is much more than that. Seva here means exactly you start walking on the path with full conviction on the path your spiritual master has told, that this path will bring me perfection. Prabhupada was told by his spiritual master, go to West and preach in English language. Prabhupada at the age of 69 with 2 heart attacks, long journey, no money, no support of his God family, nothing. Prabhupada had full conviction that this path will give perfection in my life. Shabri, when Matanga Rishi left his body, we all know the story from Ramayana. Shabri Mata was very, very young that time. She has actually recently joined the ashram. And as soon as she joined the ashram, just after some time, Matang Rishi was leaving. And Matang Rishi told Shabri Mata, one day, she said, Guru Maharaj, how am I going to get Lord? So Guru Maharaj said, you don't have to get to the Lord. Lord will come to you. Lord will come to you. Now Shabri Mata could not ask Matang Rishi when Lord will come. And Matang Rishi left. Matang Rishi left. Now Shabri Mata is a true disciple. True disciple. It says in one Shastra, for 80,000 years Shabri Mata was preparing for Lord Ram. She was preparing to welcome Lord Ram every single day with same enthusiasm. How many of us has same enthusiasm? Ayush Prabhu just asking, Kab Kalyan hoga? Sanjay Vyas Prabhu was asking, Kab Kalyan hoga? How many years we've been chanting? I'm not asking questions from individual. Shabri Mata, 80,000, every single day she will do the same thing. Same thing, same thing. And she only had one hope. One hope. My Guru has said. My Guru has said. Guru Mukha Padma kya chitte te koriya kya. If Guru has said, it will happen. It must happen. Because Guru is a very, Sakshad Haritvena Samasta Shastri. Guru is a very dear servant of Lord. So when Guru has said, do we have that faith? Don't respond to me. But the point of Shastra's reference is, if you have that much faith, this is called seva. Seva is just not arriving, Guru Maharaj, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, how are you? I got some flowers for you. Very nice. I got garland for you. Very nice. Maharaj, this $500. Very nice. Are you really doing seva? You have full conviction on the instruction of your Guru that this instruction, nothing else in the world. I don't know Shastra, I don't know Krishna. He says, Ranganathan was saying to Anantacharya one day, Anantacharya had done something with Ranganath didn't like. I'll not go in the whole story. And Ranganath and Anantacharya is a disciple of Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya has sent him to serve Ranganath with flowers. So Anantacharya is doing it. One day, Ranganath got angry with Anantacharya. He said, the way you serve me, I don't like it. Get out from here. Anantacharya is scolding back to Ranganath. Who are you to take me out from here? My Guru has sent me here. I will not go. So Anantacharya is fighting with Sri Rangam, Lord Ranganath, that I will not go from here. Who are you? My Guru is my authority. So a disciple can fight even with Lord. And Lord was completely silent. He said, okay, beta, do whatever you want. He said, I'm not your property. I'm my Guru's property. My Guru has sent me. My Guru has told me to serve you this way. I'll serve you this way. You tolerate. Lord Ranganath was completely silent. He had no words to say because a disciple is a property of Guru. This is called seva. Seva is just not physical, external, which is very good. We should all do a physical seva, external seva, which itself is difficult. But seva means with full conviction, we start walking on the path, on the instruction given by Guru, that this instruction will give perfection to my life. This is seva. Okay. I've only done half of the verse today. Okay, let's complete this verse. Updekshanti te jnanam. They will give updesh because they are tattvadarshinaha. Okay, now who can sort of translate these words quickly for me? Devi Gopika Mata. We haven't heard from you today. What does pranipad mean? If you could please tell us. 4 meanings.
Spiritual master, being
Sorry,
humble.
Mata. Approaching spiritual master, humble mood, yes.
Being humble, and then
offering obeisances.
Obeisances.
And leaving pre-notions aside.
Yes.
Whatever is being told. My Guru Maharaj's instruction is pure, perfect. Thank you, Mata. Who will tell Pariprashnena? Jaldi, jaldi. Harish Prabhu, he is here. If you can hear. Okay, they're all off the camera. Nandini Mata. They're already serving the spiritual master, I guess. Aditya Prabhuji.
Prabhu Prani Prashnena.
Not pariprashnena.
Sorry, pariprashnena. Prabhu.
Uttam prashna.
So Uttam Prashna is when you like inquire and in a submissive, humble from the master.
Yes, more. That's
And
correct. More.
so
What sort of inquiries we should ask? How to pass the exam?
no, so inquiries in relation to in relation to the you mentioned the verse. It had the word Shreya and it
Shreya Uttam. Jigyasu
yeah.
Shreya Uttamam. Tasmat
Shreyasa
Guru
Jig-
Prapadeta Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So in relation to
Can
that,
you give an example, Prabhuji?
so it's having the curiosity of knowing where you are. So an example would be of somebody who is at a very low point in their life and they don't have faith in this world. They will automatically have that jigyasa and inquire in specific things related to spiritual success, not material life.
Thank you, Prabhuji. As Keshav proved correctly, right? How to come out of from tama, darkness. Huh? This darkness is not outside darkness, outside is dark right now. This is the darkness of our heart. So in 10.11, Krishna says, Chatushlok, Jnana Deepena Bhasvata. I will enlighten knowledge in that heart where the ignorance is there. Okay, Sevya, Acharya Prabhu. What does seva mean? He does a lot of seva for his spiritual master, which is very nice. You're on mute, Prabhu.
Sorry.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Raji. So, seva, anything that you can, it can be different level of seva. So one, the easiest the seva for me at least would be is that anything that can help to please my Guru Maharaj. So that's the seva of my definition.
Okay, so that's the first level we should try, but internally we should have full conviction that this seva given by my spiritual master will give perfection to my life. So that conviction, the seva with conviction is also, that's the deepest level, but that's what it should come down to eventually. From physical seva, eventually should come down to that conviction. Okay, thank you. It's 9:01. I think we should stop here. I plan to finish the chapter today, but anyway, it was very nice verse, and we'll continue, I think, next week. Any quick questions from anyone, or any comments, any additions, any complaints? Please correct me if I'm anywhere you find it's not correctly presenting. Just whatever little I understand, I'm trying. Okay, Amrit Prabhu.
Sometimes, just quick question, Prabhu. Sometimes, just yes, we have that urge to. I mean, definitely we have those urges to stop the first thing. I understand, but sometimes we have urge to ask a question. Maybe there is no right tone and right. Maybe there is a right mood. Maybe sometimes there is no right tone to ask the question with any gurus, Shiksha gurus, Diksha gurus. And if that tone is not set correctly, sometimes the gurus may feel offensive, definitely, but maybe the person is not in that mood to ask, but just the urge of that asking just may go into that mood. How we avoid that kind of thing, Prabhuji?
But if your mood is correct, the real guru will be able to read your mood, not your words. It's like a child. He's approaching mother, and she or he will say something, but mama will understand. What does my baby want? Isn't it? Or father will understand. Huh? Just she will say some other words, but he will say, "Acha ye chahiye." My baby is thirsty. So real guru actually will understand. And sometimes we also have to knowingly inculcate humility, that our default way may be very loud. For example, some people are very loud. But when you go in front of a spiritual master, then you have to inculcate those habits knowingly. If sometime unintentionally something happens, that's not an offense. That's not an offense. Unintentionally. Even if it is wrong, but the intention wasn't there of wrong. Sometimes, when you're walking in a crowded temple hall, you touch with someone. So as soon as you touch with your feet, you just put a pranam. Your intention was not to touch that devotee with your feet, but it happened because so much crowded there. So you ask for forgiveness in that sense. So that's not an offense. So spiritual master will not take offense in these sort of things. Yeah, but yeah, we should inquire nicely. Okay. Ayush Prabhu, I remember you had your hand up last week, and somehow because of limitation of time, I said next week. Was it you or someone else?
Yeah, it was me. I can't really recall the question now. It was something to do with what you had only spoken.
Okay, no worries.
But I think it was similar to what I asked today, so I think it should be
All
answered.
answered. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito.
Yes.
Hriday is enlightened.
Guru
and then
Mukhe Padma Vakya.
Guru Mukhe Padma. Prabhupada gives all the answers. Okay, chalo, Hare Krishna. Very nice today, your association, and we'll see you all next week. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita.